Welcome to Bible Quiz Paradise. Today's challenge: 35 questions on the names of people, places, and things, and their significance in the Old Testament. Let's see how many you can get right. Question 1. In the book of Ecclesiastes, a good name is said to be better than what? Better than a long life? Precious ointment? Many children? Or better than a bountiful harvest? That was B. Ecclesiastes 7 says, a good name is better than precious ointment. Question 2. What was Joseph's Egyptian name the Pharaoh gave to him? Was it Zapnath-Paneah, Naphtali, Merneptah, or Shishak? And that was A. It was Zapnath-Paneah. Genesis 41 says, "Can we find such a one as this, a man in whom the Spirit of God is? There is none so discreet and wise." And Pharaoh called Joseph's name Zapnath-Paneah. Question 3. God changed the names of what married couple? Was it Isaac and Rebekah, Hosea and Gomer, Abraham and Sarah, or Samson and Delilah? And that was C. In Genesis 17, God said to Abraham, "No longer shall your name any more be called Abram, but your name shall be Abraham, for a father of many nations have I made you. As for Sarai your wife, Sarah shall her name be. She shall be a mother of nations. Kings of people shall be of her." Question 4. Whose name means living or life? Was it Adam, Eve, Arphaxad, or Methuselah? And that was B. It was Eve. Question 5. Moses' father-in-law Jethro had another name. What was it? Was it Abner, Eli, Jezreel, or Ruel? That was D. It was Ruel. Question 6. According to the book of Proverbs, what happens to the names of the wicked? Are their names exalted? Do their names rot? Are their names engraved in stone? Or do people make a habit of dropping their names? And that was B. Proverbs 10 says that the memory of the just is blessed, but the name of the wicked shall rot. Question 7. Whose name means father of multitudes? Is it Abraham, Noah, Adam, or Methuselah? That was A. It was Abraham. In Genesis 17. Question 8. Which prophet does not have God's name included within his own name? Is it Isaiah, Ezekiel, Jeremiah, or Amos? The answer is D. It was Amos, whose name means burden bearer. Question 9. What judge did the people name Jerubbaal? Was it Deborah, Gideon, Samson, or Othniel? The answer is B. The people named Gideon Jerubbaal after he destroyed the idol and altar of Baal in Judges 6. Question 10. Why did the angel of the Lord say Hagar's son should be named Ishmael? Was it because God heard her affliction? Because her son would be warlike? Because her son would strive with Israel? Or because God gives good gifts? That was A. In Genesis 16, the angel of the Lord said to Hagar, "I will multiply your seed exceedingly, that it shall not be numbered for multitude. Behold, you are with child and shall bear a son, and shall call his name Ishmael, because the Lord hath heard your affliction." Question 11. What does Isaac's name mean? Does it mean sacrifice, binding, encouragement, or laughter? The answer is D. In Genesis 17 and 18, Abraham and Sarah laughed when God told them he would give them a son when they were very old. So God said his name would be Isaac, meaning laughter, or he laughs. Question 12. Whose names were written on the breastplate of judgment, worn by Aaron? Was it the 12 prophets of Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel, the 12 priests of Levi, or the 12 kings of Judah? That was B. Exodus 28 says that, "The stones shall have the names of the sons of Israel, 12 according to their names, they shall be according to the 12 tribes." Question 13. Who had a pillar built and named after himself, as he had no sons to carry on his name? Was it Melchizedek, Cyrus, Absalom, or Herod? And that was C. It was Absalom, in 2 Samuel 18. Question 14. Solomon had another name. What was it? Was it Saul, Jerusalem, Jedediah, or Samson? That was C. It was Jedediah, in 2 Samuel 12. Question 15. In the book of Ruth, what name did Naomi ask to be called? Was it Mara, meaning bitterness? Sarah, meaning princess? Ruth, meaning friend? Or Talitha, meaning girl? And that was A. In Ruth 1, Naomi said, "Call me not Naomi, call me Mara, for the Almighty has dealt very bitterly with me. I went out full, and the Lord has brought me home again empty. Why then call me Naomi, seeing the Lord has testified against me, and the Almighty has afflicted me?" Question 16. Who named Ruth's son Obed? Was it Boaz, Ruth, Naomi, or the neighbors? That was D. It was the neighbors, in Ruth 4. Question 17. What new name does God give his people in Isaiah? Was it Bethel, Hephzibah, Peniel, or Edom? That was B. Isaiah 62 says, "You shall be called by a new name, which the mouth of the Lord shall name. You shall no more be termed forsaken, but you shall be called Hephzibah, for the Lord delights in you." Question 18. What was the meaning of the name Joseph chose for his son Manasseh? Was it, "God has made me forget my toil in my father's house"? "God has caused me to be fruitful in the land of my affliction"? "God has chastised me"? Or "God will avenge me"? And that was A. Genesis 41 tells us that Joseph called the name of his firstborn Manasseh, "For God," said he, "has made me forget all my toil and all my father's house." Question 19. In the book of 1 Samuel, it is said that Nabal contended with David. What does Nabal's name mean? Does his name mean vineyard keeper, wise, brawler, or fool? And that was D. Nabal's name means fool. Question 20. Who chose Moses' name and why? Was it his sister Miriam, because he would deliver Israel from slavery? His mother Jochebed, because he was a beautiful child? Was it his father Amram, because he would be the parter of seas? Or Pharaoh's daughter, because she drew him out of the water? That was D. In Exodus 2, we find out it was Pharaoh's daughter, because she drew him out of the water. Question 21. What does Judah's name mean? Does his name mean strong lion, praise the Lord, high mountain, or power of God? That was B. Judah means praise the Lord. Question 22. What does the book of Proverbs say the name of Jehovah is to his people? A strong tower, a rock of offense, a stone of stumbling, or a lamp on a hill? That was A. Proverbs 18 says, the name of Jehovah is a strong tower. Question 23. What judge's name means man of the sun? Is it Ehud, Gideon, Samson, or Othniel? That was C. Samson's name means man of the sun. Question 24. Esther had another name. What was it? Was it Vashti, Anna, Hadassah, or Ahasuerus? That was C. We find out in Esther 2 that Hadassah, that is Esther, was fair and beautiful, whom Mordecai, when her father and mother were dead, took for his own daughter. Question 25. What does King David's name mean? Does it mean poet of the people, shepherd, musically gifted, or beloved? That was D. David's name means beloved. Question 26. In Genesis, God changed Jacob's name to what? Did he change it to Jacobean, Israel, Jordan, or Yehudim? That was B. God changed Jacob's name to Israel in Genesis 32. Question 27. What king's name means peaceable? Is it Solomon, Josiah, Herod, or Ahasuerus? That was A. Solomon's name means peaceable. Question 28. What were Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego's Hebrew names? Were their names Hilkiah, Micah, and Abiram? Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah? Hosea, Maziah, and Abdiel? Or Horeb, Machbenai, and Abishalom? That was B. Daniel 1 tells us that their names were Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. Question 29. What did Jacob name the place where he had his heavenly dream about angels ascending and descending on a ladder? Was it Peniel, Gilgal, Israel, or Bethel? And that was D. Genesis 28 says, And Jacob awoke out of his sleep, and he said, Surely the Lord is in this place, and I knew it not. And he was afraid, and said, How dreadful is this place! This is none other but the house of God, and this is the gate of heaven. And Jacob rose up early in the morning, and set up a pillar, and poured oil upon the top of it. And he called the name of that place Bethel. Question 30. What prophet's name means comforter? Is it Nahum, Amos, Habakkuk, or Micah? That was A. It was Nahum, which means comforter, consoler, or consolation. Question 31. What mysterious figure's name means King of Righteousness? Is it Enoch, Melchizedek, Methuselah, or Arphaxad? That was B. We find out it was Melchizedek in Genesis 14 and Hebrews 7, which says, "For this Melchizedek, being by interpretation, King of Righteousness, and after that also King of Salem, which is King of Peace, without father, without mother, without descent, having neither beginning of days nor end of life, but made like unto the Son of God, abides a priest continually." Question 32. Why did the prophet Samuel set up and name a stone Ebenezer? Was it because the people were stingy? The people were greedy? The Lord helped the people? Or because the Lord is generous? That was C. 1 Samuel 7 says, "He named the stone Ebenezer because the Lord helped them." Question 33. Whose name was changed by his father upon the death of his mother? Was it Solomon, Benjamin, Josiah, or Ezekiel? That was B. Rachel named him Benoni, meaning son of my sorrow, but Jacob renamed him Benjamin, meaning son of my right hand. Genesis 35 says, "Rachel travailed, and it came to pass, when she was in hard labor, as her soul was in departing, for she died, that she called his name Benoni. But his father called him Benjamin." Question 34. What king was prophesied by name to rescue God's people about 150 years before he was born? Was it Josiah, Nebuchadnezzar, Solomon, or Cyrus? That was D. It was King Cyrus in Isaiah 44. Question 35. According to the book of Proverbs, what is a good name better than? Is it better than great riches, many children, good looks, or a bountiful harvest? That was A. Proverbs 22 says, "A good name is rather to be chosen than great riches, and loving favor rather than silver and gold." How was your score? Did you learn anything new? Or were you reminded of some important truths? Let us know in the comments below. If you're ready for more, be sure to subscribe and check out our other quizzes.